What's up, guys? Welcome to Epic University. I'm your instructor, Joshua Rosario. And today I'm going to be talking about multiple time frame analysis, also known as TDAs, which are top-down analysis. There's a few things that you need to know before you perform a multiple time frame analysis and that you need in order to successfully do one. Okay, multiple time frame analysis is allowing you the ability to find your trade setups efficiently and effectively, so that way you're not stuck at what you need to look for and what's a valid trade for you. So one thing that you need to know before starting a multiple time frame analysis is, what are your favorite confirmations? If you've been through the past modules, which you should have because you wouldn't have gone to this video yet, you'll see that there are many different things that you can use as confirmations. There are reversal patterns, there are candlestick patterns, there are a lot of different other confirmations, right? And the second thing that you need to know is, what type of trader are you? Are you a scalper? Are you an intraday trader? Are you a swing trader? So you kind of have to know, your type of trader, what you're going to be. Okay. If you don't know that yet, hopefully this video will kind of help you on determining that. But ideally, you would want to know by this time, what type of trader are you? And so in this video, I'm going to teach you how I perform a multiple time frame analysis for my trading, for my style of trading as well. Okay. So I am a scalper / intraday trader. Okay. Now, scalper, they're usually in the market and get out the market and profit, as soon as possible, right? That's basically within the session. And a intraday trader kind of holds their trades over a couple sessions or so, to, for a bigger amount of pips to catch. So my favorite confirmations are the head and shoulders pattern as reversals. I like to see break-in retests. I like to find candlestick patterns such as dojis, bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing, morning stars, evening stars. Those are what I've seen that I can identify the most. And so I use those confirmations as I go along with my analysis. So I'm going to go take you through what an intraday trader does in order to perform their multiple time frame analysis, to be able to get to the point where you can find your own setups and be your own signal. So we are Euro USD. And as an intraday trader, I typically want to stay on the daily time frame, 4-hour time frame, and kind of work my way down to the 1 hour. And I prefer wanting to see confirmations on the 1 hour, because the bigger the time frame you see your confirmations, the stronger it is and the more valid it becomes. Okay, so for Euro USD, I'm going to go to my daily time frame and I'm going to simply find my ceilings and my floors, right? My support and my resistance. And so I can already see from right here in this area, which is what I want to focus on, because I'm an intraday scalper. I don't want to go all the way back to 1999 to find out what's going to happen here during the week, right? If I'm an intraday trader and a scalper, I want to see what's going to possibly happen for the week, right? So I could catch my pips for the week and then be out the market and try again for the next week. So for the daily, I want to see what are my major supports and my major resistance, my ceilings and my floors. So I'm going to take my my rectangle and I'm going to mark up my support, my major support, and my major resistance. Okay. You may have been taught to use a horizontal line, which is fine. I like to use the boxes because it gives me an area of which I can work with when it comes to these candles. Okay, and as I go down time frames, I will adjust these to kind of redefine my areas. Okay, as I zoom in, I can kind of like squish them down, so on and so forth. So now I have my support and my resistance, right? And I also, while I'm on the daily, I want to know what trend the market's in, right? What market structure is it in, right? Is it bearish, is it bullish, or is it consolidating? Right now, on the daily, it's consolidating. Okay, we have a lot of areas. We have a lot of the movement happening between a support and resistance, which makes it a range. Now, when I go down time frames, this analysis, this trend will change. Okay, so I'm gonna go down to the 4 hour. And I'm going to find my minor support and my minor resistance. Okay, and I'm gonna color them differently so I know that they are the minor ones. So I'm gonna have my support down here. Reason for that would be we have a lot of activity here. Okay, let's change that to orange. Okay, and I'm gonna find my highs and my lows. Okay, so I have my low here, which is also support. I have my high over here and my low here. So I'm gonna mark up another low right here. And as the market is pushing upwards, I want to find more supports and more resistance along the way. So this could be possibly right here a resistance that was broken and retested, as you can see, broken through, retested, and started shooting up. Now we have a resistance up here, right? We also have one up here we can use, right? That's the highest point that's been on the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, it looks like it's trending upwards right now, okay? It's trending upwards right now on the 4 hour. So we won't know that the trend changed on the 4 hour until it reaches all the way down here and kind of breaks this low, right? This is what I'm seeing on Euro USD at this time. So we're also going to mark up this support right here. And this is where it broke through, right? We see that it was consolidating up here and started breaking through. So now we can see kind of like the trend change happening at this moment in time for it to continue going downwards, okay? So now I know that, now that I see that a low was broken, I have a hunch that this is gonna keep going till at least here, because that's the lowest possible, place where the most activity has been, okay? So now let's go down to the 1 hour. And now let's say if we wanted to take a trade here, we want to find the best possible entry as possible to, be in little to no drawdown, right? And so we want to kind of just look left a little bit, see where my highs and lows are. And we can kind of see that this was a low here, this was a low over here, it was a low here, right? So these are possible pit stops that this market can go to before heading down to our ultimate target down here. So we are right here now. Now we can see that Euro USD has made higher highs and higher lows, right? I mean, lower lows and lower highs, sorry, because it's starting to downtrend. You saw it broke a low right here. And what did I tell you guys that my confirmations were in the first place at the beginning of this video? I want a break and then a retest. Here's the break and then the retest. This is on the 1 hour. And so Preferably, I want to see my entries on the 1 hour. I want to see my confirmations on the 1 hour. So I would want to short this position here and work my way down to my first target here, my second target here, my third target, and more of an intraday trade would be down here, right? The first take profit will be kind of like a scalping target, right? That would be like the beginning of a session. And then these 3 targets down here will be more throughout the week as the market keeps going, right? Now, we can take profits here at the first target and call it a day, or we can hold these targets to the next possible levels all the way down to our ultimate target down here. Okay. Also, we have a doji forming right here. And then we have a bearish engulfing. So I have 2 of my candlestick patterns that I like to see confirmations on to give me an idea that this is actually going to drop a little bit more. Then my stop loss will be right above here at this candle for 19-20 pips. And that is how you perform a top-down analysis. You can do this on multiple time frames, depending on your strategy, right? This is more like my intraday type of charting. Scalping, you want to start from the 15-minute. You want to start from like the 1 hour to the 15-minute to the 5-minute, and your take profit would be actually be at this low right here, right? Which is not a lot of pips. If we take our target, this would be about 13 pips. That's a very scalpy target. Okay. And then you can obviously put some more, you can put some trend lines here. You see like there's a channel happening. So if this breaks, we can see that it might drop down to this, at least to this level. And then if you really want to hold it, then you could take it down to this level here. Okay, so that is my multiple time frame analysis on how to perform them, simply using your zones, finding minor zones, major zones, and using your confirmations to execute a trade. So I hope you gain some value off this video. Be sure to look at this as much as possible because this is very important. So that way you are able to take valid trade setups and become a profitable trader. All right, this is your boy Josh Rosario signing off. Why be average when you can be epic?